Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are with round 4 of the URL btcc Championship. We're here at Willow Springs Raceway. This is actually one of the hottest tracks on the calendar, being in the desert, so let's hope we don't all get sunburned today. Let's have a quick look at the grid after qualifying. So we've got two Fast for U's on first, Dean on second, Vexman on third, Team Silver on fourth, Sideways on fifth, Dre Goblin sixth, URL Stealth seventh, Mark Palmer on eighth, UR2 CMD on 9th, Robertson on 10th, Hodgie on 11th. Let's get into it. This is actually one of my least favourite tracks in the calendar. Getting some massive wheel spin off the line there. Really bad start from the Vexman. He's got too fast, has managed to pull away into the lead now. Followed by a squabble going on between Dean and Vexman. I think Dean's going to get the entry into this corner though. I don't think Vex is going to manage to go around the outside there. We've also got Sideways George in the background. Looking to try and edge his nose down the inside there, but not quite close enough. Got a lot of dust being kicked up in the background. Let's have a quick look. So we've got Dean is second, followed by Vexman, followed by George, Team Silver, Goblin, Mark Palmer. Oh, as TC almost goes down the inside there, doesn't quite manage to get it done. It looked like he backed out to let Palmer have the place back. Stealth, Hodgie, and Robertson. Too fast, he's starting to cement his lead now. Pulled out at least a second and a half lead there. Dean and Vexman having a really good battle. If I remember rightly, this was an intense battle between Dean and Vex for this first few laps. Might actually go on board with Vex. Oh, as Vex sends it down the inside there, he's got a move done. He's gone past Dean there. Oh, it's a beautiful move. Dean looking like he's going to come back round the outside. Don't think he can quite get it done. He needs to stay on that slip and try and make the most of the next couple of corners coming up. Oh, as Dean actually runs wide there, really wide. A little bit of breathing space for Vex. Just getting a little bit scrappy behind. Dean managing to fall back into third place, followed by George, followed by Team Silver. Great driving by Team Silver this week after his mechanical issues. Goblin putting in a fastest sector there, but it is only lap 2, so it's understandable. Hodgie's managed to make his way up to 9th. He's actually got past TC, looks like he may have had an off. Robertson's all the way down in 11th there. I'm not sure what happened to there, whether there might have been a coming together or maybe just got a slightly little bit wrong. We've got Dean catching up to the Vexman there, might go on board for a little bit. So you can see Dean right up on the bumper there. In fact, I think he actually kissed the bumper. Vex managing to hold on to second for the minute. Oh, as Dean touches his bumper again. Pretty intense view this one. Sideways and Silver not really posing too much of a threat at this moment. Vex moves over to cover the inside. Dean's going to try and send it around the outside. Is he going to manage to make it work? I don't think he's going to. Oh, Vex looked like he was going a bit deep there. That's the thing with this track, with the nature of the track being in the middle of the desert. If you dip a wheel off, you're likely not to come back for about 3 years. Oh, Vex squeezing Dean there. It's a good defensive move though, moving back over to the inside again. Dean trying to carry the speed around the outside. Is he going to manage to get an Albon done? Not this time around, I don't think. As he's gone into the back of Vex again. These two having a right battle. Oh, as Vex runs a bit wide there, he's going to have to let Dean take the advantage, I think. Dean manages to slip past him. A little bit of a love tap there. As Vex actually gets a 0.2, 0.3 second penalty. I think he's scrubbing it off. Got to serve it before the start finish line, so that's going to bring Sideways and Silver into play. Let's see how close Sideways can close up on this corner. The AMG also very good on the brakes. This thing's starting to pull away from Vex now. Silver looking for a move around the outside there, or is he just taking a wider line? Ducking back into George's slipstream. Let's have a quick look at the race as it stands. So we got two fast in first, we got Dean sat in second, Vexman at the moment in third. We got Sideways in fourth, Silver in fifth, Palmer in sixth, Stealth in seventh. And TC's actually managed to make his way up to eighth. Goblin in ninth, Robertson 10th, Hodge in 11th. That beat with Silver managing to get really close to George on the exit there. Looks like these front field drivers have settled into their rhythms now. Silver still all over the back of George. Oh, has he actually managed to stick it up the inside there? Silver's managed to get fourth off of George. George got the inside for this corner. Can he do the cutback? Off, and there's contact between them. Contact between them. But it's all good. Silver managing to stay on the track there and just tuck into the slipstream behind George. Silver kicks up a bit of dust there in the background. I think Stealth actually managed to get past. I don't know. I thought Stealth managed to get past TC, but I think TC's been sat in 8th. Oh, has we got someone off? I think that's the Vexman. Vexman going for a picnic. So he's picked up his beers and his sandwiches now. He's back on the track, rejoining the race. See if he can salvage any positions. I don't think anyone's too close at the moment to really pose any threat, but he is going to have to stay on top of his game if he wants to remain in 5th. As we've got Silver closing up to the back of George again. Oh, and George actually dips it off onto the dirt there, managing to give Silver the advantage for this couple of tight little weavy turns here. It's almost the ball sack of Willow Springs. We've got Mark Palmer now really starting to chase down Vexman there. This F1 GTR is like one of the harder cars to drive, but it has got pace. It's a very quick car, very fast in a straight line. Oh, as he actually goes off there, Stealth's in the background there. Is he going to manage to gain on him? Manage to get the pass on turn 1 maybe? There's a weird, very weird interior on the Beetle. Very basic. Stealth's actually not under pressure from anyone at the moment. But he's actually really enjoying his race. Got TC trying to work his way onto the back of Stealth. Looking very calm and composed through that sector there. Got Goblin. It's a nice line through there, Goblin. I'll go on board with my teammate RG for a minute. RG did mention to me before the race that he felt like he was struggling with the Beamer this season. He feels like it's a little bit underpowered, and I'm inclined to agree. Although I do believe his first race, is always, people like to get him out of the way as quick as they can, but I don't think it's always the best option. It's always going to start you further down the field because you're not going to put in as quick a qualifying time as the top lads. Too fast with a massive lead there. Insane lead. I'm not even going to estimate what that lead is because it's large. Let's just say it's large. Mr. Consistency showing what his name's all about again with the I think that's 8 112s in a row. With the fastest lap there, which is a 112.1. Dean behind has got more consistently 113s, but he has done a couple of 112s. Silver having an absolutely blinding race here. Go on, Silver. We all knew you had it in you, lad. But then you can't always rely on the machinery, you know. And I've have I ever owned a Volkswagen? I think I've owned a Polo. I owned a Polo back in the day, but I can't say I've ever driven a Beetle, and I'm not sure I really want to be honest with you. So fair play for going with a Beetle this season, lads. It's proven to be an absolute workhorse at this moment. That's a really deep line he's taken there. Like, sketchy, because you got the marbles and everything, but he managed to make it work. Fantastic drive. He's actually pulling away from George now as well. I reckon he must have at least a second lead over George at the moment, maybe 2. He's got Vexman starting to reel George in, trying to capitalise on losing places. Starting in 3rd, ending down in 5th at the moment. So hope he doesn't make too many more mistakes, because that could cost him. You've got Palmer not quite on the back of him yet. Having a very good race there, Mark Palmer. Sleepless actually not present for these races this evening. He had a few other commitments. TC's actually managing to get onto the back of Stealth now. It's looking like this could turn into an interesting little battle. Now that's a nicer interior compared to the Beetle up front. And he's actually managing to chip away little by little that time behind Stealth. I think he's in the slipstream now. Stealth looking a little bit slow for that last turn. Look at the tyres there. If you look at the tyre graphic there, it looks like TC's actually really struggling with the tyres at the moment. Let's have a look at Stealth's. So yeah, Stealth's actually doing really well on the mediums. Like, TC's gone for the super softs, and his front left is almost halfway dead. But he's still driving really consistently. Fair play. Oh, he's looking like no, he's not quite close enough to go for a move. Or is he? Just watch these two for a minute. See what happens down the start finish. Oh, is it? Oh no, he's gone wide. He's gone really wide. But he's managed to just miss the pit there. Managed to come back on. Okay, so this is actually the final lap, and we've got people who haven't quite managed to cross the line. So we've got Too Fast in first, Dean's in second, Silver's in third at the moment, George in fourth, Vexed in fifth. Definitely we have Mark Palmer in sixth, Stealth in seventh, TC in eighth, Goblin in ninth, Hodgie in 10th, and Roberts in 11th. As Too Fast is actually coming up to the finish line now for the final time. So we've got Too Fast with another win there. Well done, Wayne. Fantastic racing again. Absolutely astonishing lead. And then we've got Dean coming in second place. Well done, Dean. And Silver with an absolutely brilliant third place. Well done, my son. Give yourself a pat on the back. George coming home in fourth. And Vex has actually had an off right at the end there. But it doesn't matter because the rest behind him, they finished now anyway. Oh, and he goes for a little bit of a showboat. A little bit of a donut. Sends it onto the gravel again. That was that, ladies and gentlemen.